We're going to be on the air with Turn Sport.
It is. We are. And we are. America. We are. Hey, look at that. Remember him? He's back. He's back. Welcome. He's back. We missed him here.
Episodes?
Yeah, we did one on Tuesday, right before the World Cup game with USA, which we will also talk about that. What a win by the Americans the other night. And the question was posed because we did the show that night. Mia was on with us doing commentary. And the question I throw it at you was, when was the last time you felt proud to be an American? Because I did that night for a brief moment. Team USA, thank you for making me remember what it felt like to be an American. Team USA, real quick, Tommy saw it. We all saw it. You saw it. Down a man for 30-plus minutes. Not only held the lead, but got a goal.
Yeah.
And shut them out 2-0 as they advance to the round of 16. Belgium is Monday. This red card, I guess, cannot be reviewed or reneged or whatever.
Well, so the thing is, the play was reviewed on the field. So what they basically said is, if a red card is given in that way, you're almost never going to overturn it.
That's unbelievable. What a bad call.
He did stomp on the guy's ankle.
But he wasn't even, it was unintentional.
I'm not saying it was intentional.
He wasn't looking at him.
But I've seen them throw yellows for nothing.
I'm saying I've also seen them not do anything for more.
I've seen them give reds for
the goalie gets his face pushed into the ground later on in the game. They don't even get a yellow on him.
It's very inconsistent.
It's beyond inconsistent. Fine, give him a yellow card, but don't kick him out of the game.
It should have been a yellow.
Fine, give him a yellow, but he should have been tossed.
No.
I mean, give me a break.
But I can't remember. There was another game I was watching where somebody got a red, and they reviewed it. Like they showed the replay, and the guy barely touched him. It's like,
yeah,
what the fuck are we doing? I don't get it.
That's the Riddell. When he was back, we missed him. The world champion is back. Must be nice sitting on that throne, huh? I forgot what it felt like.
You know what?
He hasn't been up that high before. It's been about a minute. No. About 15 years since he sat on that throne.
Yeah.
So it's a nice view up there, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's like I was thinking today. I'm like, man, you really got to soak this in because once the season starts, it's kind of like.
Yeah, next season has already started. Look at what's happened.
Well, yeah.
Look at all the moves.
But I mean, once the game.
But nobody's standing pat, is what I'm saying.
Dude, the East right now.
The East is unbelievable.
Jeez.
Look what's going on in the East. Now, look, we got to get to this because America is already, or I should say, the meat puppets up there have had 48 hours to destroy Brad Stevens. Well,
hold on.
I got a pat rebuttal for all you tonight.
Before you call everyone idiots,
sure.
Realize why they think it's a bad trade. Like on surface level,
I don't care about surface level.
Right, but
I don't care about
most people are looking at surface.
Most people don't do their research, Tom.
Most people don't.
And this is one of those moments. This is one of those moments. First of all, if you believe, and I know you do, that Brad Stevens is a competent GM. Never mind that every fucking movie he's made is hit out of the park. Up until this one, supposedly.
But I mean,
did he just wake up, Tom, and forget fucking basketball?
But here's the thing. You're saying this was such a good move.
Yes.
When he's the motherfucker that signed Jaylen Brown to this contract.
No, he isn't. Rick Grossbeck is.
Really?
You're wrong.
Really?
Wrong. Again. Uninformed.
He inherited him?
Rick Grossbeck was the owner of the team. He is the one who sat down with Brown and okayed that extension. It was
right,
Rick.
The GM worked the deal.
Rick Grossbeck told him, this is what we're going to do. This wasn't a negotiation. This was done. Rick Grossbeck is the one who made that call, not Brad.
So he was the GM when it happened?
Yes, he was. And Rick Grossbeck said, we're going to pay this guy. Yes, he did. That's a fact. He did.
Right, the GM did it.
No, there's a fact that Rick Grossbeck is the one who said, pay him everything. Everything. He was the highest paid player in basketball history for a minute. That guy.
On Brad Stevens' watch.
Brad Stevens is not going to tell his boss no. Is he? No, he's not. He's not. Okay? And here's the thing.
But I mean, it's like, I don't know. That one's tough to believe.
I'm not making that up. Rick Grossbeck was bragging about it when he did it.
He said, I'm the one.
He said, we wanted to show Jaylen love, and this is what we showed him his love. He went out the day this thing was.
So that means Brad Stevens didn't do it?
Rick Grossbeck has to approve of any deal that is made. And as the owner, he can say, I want this for this player. What, Jerry Jones doesn't do this? Robert Kraft doesn't do this? All these owners do this, especially with a star player. Yes, he had more than a say in it. He okayed it. He was all for it.
So he okayed it. Brad said, this is what we're going to do.
Brad Stevens did not go to Wick and go, I don't know, $300 million. What do you think? No. Brad Stevens is not like that. Brad Stevens coached this guy. He knows he's not a top 5 player in the league. He knows it. Okay? That's why he didn't want to extend him after this. Okay? And with this second April, which nobody wants to go near, including their owner, okay, it's a no-brainer. And I don't want to hear about the fucking return. Okay? When the Celtics make the deal for the next guy, whoever it's going to be, who do you think's going to get included in the deal as a fucking expiring contract? Duh. A double-da-do. A double-da. I'll be shocked. If this guy plays half a season up to the trade deadline, I'll be impressed. Meaning if he's here that long. Okay? Because Brad Stevens is already working on this deal.
Paul George?
Yeah, he's not going to be here very long. He is not. This is a throw-in. Okay? They wanted the draft picks. They wanted to offload the contract because as they see it, they were going to have to pay Jaylen Brown for the next 5 years, not 3. And if you're not going to do the extension, what is the point of dragging this out? What do you think Jaylen Brown is going to do as they get closer? He's going to get more and more disgruntled, and then he's going to get even harder to move. And there was no market for this kid. Did you see how the bottom dropped out after the Giannis deal? Giannis was the only one in terms of getting back a player of equal value or close to him. You weren't getting anyone. You weren't getting anyone close to him if it wasn't Giannis. That's why Brad said, all right, we don't get him. We're going to pivot. We're going to move him anyway. And everybody's like, why do it now? I'll tell you why you do it now. And you know this because you know coaching. If you want a locker room to be ready, you do not bring this guy into training camp. Knowing you're trying to move him. What do you think that's going to do to the locker room? You don't let this fester and build up all over the summer. You rip the Band-Aid.
It's that far gone, I guess.
It is that far gone because here's the thing, and I said this on the text to my buddy Ian, and I'll say it to you now. Okay, Brad Stevens knows Jaylen Brown better than anyone on this planet other than his mother. Okay, he coached him. Okay, he's been his GM, he's been his boss for 7-9 years. Okay, he knows he is not going to go back to Robin when Batman returns. He's not going to do it. And that tweet at the end of the season that we all saw was the nail in the coffin. It was. So he had to do this move. He did it the right way. They've got 8 first-round draft picks. They've got a $27 million trade exception. And Brad attacked this from 2 fronts. I gave them an A. Look at the 2 kids they drafted. Just put in the tape. Watch their college tape and watch Jaylen's at Cal Berkeley. It's frighteningly similar. In fact, the kid from St. John's may be a better athlete than Jaylen Brown. Look at that fucking kid.
You guys drafted somebody from St. John's?
We drafted that 6'7" Mitchell kid who jumps out of the fucking gym and plays defense like you read about. Dare I say like a San Antonio Spur guard. He's 6'7". The 6'11" kid is even. His name is Mitchell. It's Darren or Darius something Mitchell. Donovan, not Donovan, but something Mitchell. And he was their second pick. The first pick is the kid I really love. Dylan Mitchell. The kid Sinak from Houston, who was a top 10 player out of high school. He's ranked 6th in America coming out of high school. He is 6'11". Okay, he is the perfect stretch 4. He can handle the ball. He plays defense. He rebounds. He played for Calvin Sampson. Talk about an old school prick. Okay, that's Calvin Sampson. Okay, that's fucking Jim Calvin. That's every old school prick. That's Tom Izzo South.
What do you think about LeBron?
Well, it's funny you say that.
Because nobody's talking Celtics, and I'm like, seems like he would fit right now.
No, we don't want it.
No?
No, because that would hamper the development of the 2 kids they drafted. What Brad Stevens did this week was extend the championship window by maybe a decade. Because if they stayed with Jaylen Brown, they had a 4 or 5 year window max. Max. And that's if Jaylen Brown was on his best behavior. And here's the problem, and you know this. With the second apron, it is hard to build a roster out with 2 max contract players. The Knicks don't have it, and they're not going to have it. You want to know how you build a champion? Because you didn't have anybody making $280, $300 million on your contract, on your roster. That's why you're able to have the depth and balance that you have. Brad's not stupid.
Well, but he's the one that did it.
He did not offer him $285 million. Wick Grossbeck did. He bragged about it. Wick Grossbeck, remember, it was never Wick's money. Wick was spending daddy's money. Wick spent daddy's money like a drunk, spoiled rich kid in a strip club with a gold car. He overpaid everybody. Okay, if he had paid him the $200 million like he should have, we're not even in this situation. But he did it. He overspent and he sold the team. They looked at the books. They bought the team for $6 billion. And they're like, this second, we can't build a roster out with 2 max contract guys. And you can't restructure these deals. Like in the NFL, you can restructure. You can't do that in the NBA. Once that thing is set, it's that you can't move the money around. Now,
well, if they could, only if somebody, when they get to that extension point, that's where, like what Brunson did.
Yes.
Brunson said, okay,
yeah,
instead of me waiting for that max extension,
yeah,
give me an extension now.
Yep.
And I'll take less.
Yeah. And if Jaylen
Most people don't do that.
No, but if Jaylen Brown is so fucking smart, as everybody claims he is, Why didn't he just go to Wick and go, look, the best anybody could do is at 185. Just pay me 200. That way we can keep this thing together and bring it. If he really cared about fucking staying here, okay, why did he do that if he's so fucking smart? And if he's so fucking smart, why did he get 10 offensive fouls doing the same fucking thing in the series against fucking Philly if he's so fucking smart? Okay? He may be a fucking Rhodes Scholar, but as a basketball player, he's a fucking idiot. And he's proven it time and time again for all his talent. I said this, and you asked me this question once upon a time. Well, why did I think Tatum was better? Tatum has a better, polished, more fundamentally sound game, and it will age better. Brown's is more on physical talent. When his physical skills start to diminish, Jaylen Brown's in a whole lot of trouble. Jason Tatum has a polished, fundamentally sound game. Yeah. His game will last longer than Brown's will. You mark it here. I'm not the first person that.
But Tatum also tore his Achilles
at 27. If you're going to tear your Achilles, tear it before 30. Don't tear it after 30. Although Stephon Diggs did a hell of a job. He was 32.
There's some risk there, though.
There's always risk. I mean, you get hurt taking a shower. I mean, this isn't.
No, that's not what we're talking about. A guy who tore his Achilles, and then in Game 7 last year, couldn't play.
Well, he wanted to play. They held him out. He was overall.
Probably smart.
People are saying that Tatum made that decision. Tatum didn't make that decision. Brad Stevens made that decision.
Oh, so he made that one.
I don't think Chisholm was going to argue with him because Chisholm wanted to move Brown.
Chisholm.
That's the owner. Chisholm. He's the owner.
He's the new one now?
He's the new one. He's the one who bought them and went, well, we can't. Listen. And by the way, it was the Knicks series last year that triggered this because of the way they lost that series. Yeah. They were like, Jaylen Brown is not going to conform to anything we need to do. They kept saying he stepped out of his role too many times.
It's just, from the outside looking in, it's like, all everyone ever says is Jaylen Brown's a top 10 player in the league.
He was this year.
Right. And
this year he was.
Right.
Before this year, I don't think he was.
Right, but if he wasn't, he was top 15 at worst. And I think you see what other guys have been traded for. Now, obviously, they never had the money.
They didn't have a $300 million contract attached to them.
Because I know as a Knicks fan, I think, my God, we had to give up fucking 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. But Mikal Bridges was relatively cheap.
My point. What do you have to do in the NBA that's unique? You have to match the contract.
Right, I know. This
is why he was so hard to move.
Right.
And that's why they jumped at George because George wanted you guys making that.
People don't understand. And even me on a lot of levels, I look at it and I go, my God, it doesn't feel right because I'm thinking, okay, Paul George for him. And it's like, no way.
It's not about
no way. And it makes Philly so much better.
Paul George. No, it doesn't. Let me ask you a question. They just lost Drummond to you guys. Yeah. They were 6 deep when they had him. Okay, and Paul George was part. They're just 5 deep now, and they've got. And let me ask you this: Maxey, Edgecombe, now Brown and Embiid. How many basketballs are you going to need?
I know that is tough.
How many basketballs are you going to need for this stuff? The Celtics. This is why the Celtics got rid of him because they couldn't do it with 2 of them out there.
Yeah.
Not consistently. Now you got 4 of them. Enjoy. Enjoy, Philly. You have, by the way, they basically took on a guy who makes more money than George. They have no flexibility. They can't move a beat. They are stuck. They are stuck with Jaylen Brown for the next 3 years. They can't move. They can't do nothing. They're not going to win shit. They're not going to win shit.
I don't think they're going to win.
They're not going to win.
I don't think they're going to win.
What did I just put on? Oh, you didn't see it. Did you see what the Vegas odds were this morning? Boston's predicted at 51 wins, Philly at 48 after this trade. After this trade.
Well, that makes sense. I mean,
of course it makes sense.
Because Boston was 2 in the East.
And they're deeper.
Without Tatum.
And they're going to drop. Basically, you're going to take out Brown and insert a better player.
Well, you insert Tatum.
Yeah, you insert Tatum.
Plus, Tatum wasn't there this
year. The 2 kids they drafted who people keep sleeping on this. You watch. Neemias Queta, Peyton Pritchard. Okay, I can go on and on and on. Luka Guard, this kid. Look at all the kids that they have developed. Jordan Walsh was a scrub. Okay? Now he can go out there and give you minutes in the play. That guy couldn't fucking walk from here to there without tripping over his feet. Brad Stevens knows how to develop talent.
He's still little.
But he's better. If you didn't see him on draft night.
That's true.
If you saw him on draft night, like you wouldn't recognize him.
But you and I liked him coming out because he was like Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he found a role for him. He's become a better shooter. He couldn't do anything on offense. Now he can go to the basket.
One thing they teach you to do it.
Well, no, but he actually could drive to the basket, finish now. He couldn't do any of that stuff when he came out.
I'm interested to see. I thought you guys. I liked the Mitchell Robinson signing.
I love that signing.
But I thought you guys needed a starting pick.
The kid they drafted from
He's a center?
He's a stretch four. He is 6'11". He rebounds. He plays at all three. No one is watching this kid. No one is looking at the tape. Brad Stevens was trying not to laugh when he got it. Everybody keeps saying the Celtics stole this draft. They did. This kid shouldn't have got out of the top 10. He fell because he didn't have great numbers playing for Calvin Sampson. Who, if you play for Calvin Sampson and you're a freshman, he's an old school coach. He's not handing you the keys to the Ferrari. You got to earn every single thing you get. This kid kept his head down, never made a peep, and Calvin Sampson loves him. That tells Brad Stevens, not only is he talented, but he's coachable. He's coachable. Okay? And he already has a skill set that matches what they want to do. Plus, he rebounds. He can guard 4 positions. Okay, they showed him a tape against Baylor. He had to switch up. He covered both of Baylor's guards in the backcourt. Stopped them both dead cold on different plays. Got caught in the switch, one-on-one, no fucking help. I'm like, damn, you should have seen his footwork. I was like, okay, this kid, yeah, all day. And then offensively, they show him in the post. They show him off the dribble. They show him with the pick and pop, the pick and roll. The kid has a versatile game.
What's his name?
His name is Chris Sinek. Chris Sinek. It's C-E-N-A-C. Sinek.
Okay.
And
I remember that.
And I'm telling you right now that kid is going to play early. He is, and he should, because his game is very polished and it's NBA ready. And they're going to put him next to Tatum and Brown, and Pritchard and White. And this is going to be, this kid's going to be a kid in a candy store. So I love what they did. Again, Brad did this from 2 places. He drafted 2 guys that do what Jaylen Brown does, or have his similar skill set. One is 6'11", and then he got the draft picks, and he has a 20. He can go get another guy, and he may not get him before the season. But at that trade deadline, when somebody gets desperate or somebody's out of it, you watch. The Celtics are going to have all the cachet and the ammo to go make that move. Brad knew exactly what he was doing. And by the way, if you look at Paul, and I know Paul George, everybody's poo-pooing Paul George here. And I don't care if he plays 30 games, but when he does play, go look at his numbers for his career. And look at Jaylen Brown's. They're exactly the same. Literally down to the point.
Paul George's a Hall of Fame.
I'm saying he's 20 points. He's 5 rebounds. He doesn't have to be the guy. Remember, the problem with Jaylen is he wants to be the guy. This guy doesn't give a shit. This guy right now is a standstill shooter who can make 37% of his threes if they want him to do that. He still can defend. He's 6'8". He's got a 6'11" wingspan. He still can defend. And all he has to do is play off of Tatum. Doesn't need the ball. Look what he did in the playoffs against the Celtics. He was the 4th option. And Jaylen Brown couldn't guard him. Okay, he was trying to guard him, and he couldn't. He shit on Jaylen Brown. He shit on him. Go watch the tape. I'll be the first to say he shit on Jaylen Brown.
He didn't do well against the Knicks.
No, because they had no bench. So the Knicks wore him down, and then that's it. Fucking over. The Celtics could have done that, too, if they weren't bailing him out, jacking up 53s. They were up 3-1, were they not? I mean, come on. They should have swept them.
Well, it should have been 4-0.
It should have been 4-0, but they shot 52 threes in game 2, Tom, after being up 13 in the third quarter. But I digress. And yes, for the record, Joe Mazzulla is still the problem. Okay? And I don't care what trades get made. If that guy's still driving the Ferrari, can he still crash it? Yes. The hope is because they signed your guy, and they brought in this kid from Houston. They drafted these kids. They don't specialize. And none of these guys they brought in, other than George, can shoot the 3.
Yeah.
They don't want him to. They want him going to the rim.
Mitchell Robinson doesn't shoot.
No, he doesn't.
He is probably the best offensive rebounder in the league.
And he's one of them per minute. He might be the best per minute.
He's the best.
Yeah.
And Andre Drummond's probably 2. And then Mitch can guard 1 through 5. So if you happen to switch,
they like to switch in Boston. They switch a lot of screens in Boston.
But the one thing,
see, Al Horford was great. They missed Al Horford. He was amazing.
But Mitch is a better defender, I think.
Not than Al.
He's much longer.
He's longer, but Al is going to be in the Hall of Fame because of his defense.
I know.
He's been an all-time great defender because he could defend 1 through 5 too.
Yeah,
he could.
I mean,
and he'll give you 20 points on the other end, which our guy's never going to do.
The thing that Boston has to be careful about with Mitch is. So it's really nice when he's in the game. He impacts the game. He gives you so many extra possessions.
20 minutes a night is all they need.
But they got to be careful. Don't do more than that.
20 minutes a night.
Because his feet won't handle it.
They've got Cada. They did. By the way, they just extended Cada 4 years, $56 million. That's another thing they were able to do. Okay?
You gave him more than Mitch, huh?
He has been in the program longer.
Yeah.
And he's the starter, and he's a better offensive player than Mitch. He's similar. He's not as good defensively.
That's a low bar.
No, but he was 10-8 last year, and he's getting better.
Yeah.
He's got post moves now. I never thought they cared about post moves. This is why I'm really excited about this kid from Houston. They got Nemias Queta, and they were working with nothing but 7'1" and athletic ability. The kid they got from Houston is 6'11" and has skills.
Ability, yeah.
He's got skills to work with.
I'm glad we got Drummond because
I was going to ask you, what did you think of this trade?
Well, I mean,
or free agent signing, right?
Yeah, he was a free agent, $3.5 million or something. Look, I was a little worried because it's late and they only have a few $1 million to mess with because Dolan wants to be a fucking, cheap ass.
I wanted to ask you this.
What an asshole.
I mean, look, Drummond is a nice save. He's not
Mitchell Robinson,
but he's a Band-Aid.
Right.
But they signed Landry Shamet to a 4-year, $24 million deal, which tells me it was one or the other because they couldn't do both. Do you think they made the right choice?
That's tough.
Because you didn't win it because of your three-point shooting. You won it because of your defense.
Well, Landry Shamet plays defense.
Not like this guy.
Landry Shamet is a really good defender.
He's not even close to Mitchell Robinson.
But I know, it's a different kind of defense. I mean,
he's limited in terms of what he can play.
Landry Shamet plays wing defense.
Yeah. This guy can guard 1 through 5.
But he doesn't.
No, but he can.
I mean, he can on a switch.
He can.
But
it's hard to run that stagger screen when you've got a big man that can actually step out and defend you.
Yeah.
That takes. By the way, every fucking team in the league runs this set.
But I mean, it wasn't either or because Landry Shamet got half the money that Mitch got.
Well, it was another year though, too, right? It's 4 years, not 3.
Right, but for half the money.
Well, could they have signed him to a 2-year deal?
No,
a 1-year deal?
No, because Mitch could get this on the open. That was the thing. I don't think the only.
So you think they made the right choice?
I don't think. I'm not saying they made the right choice. I'm saying I don't think it was Mitch or Shamet. They were being cheap.
Yeah.
They should have signed him. You won a championship and had a chance to.
You could have texted.
Hey, what's up, Beck? How you doing? What's up?
In case for all you didn't know, there she is after 3 years and how many episodes? The missus, the better half. There she, the franchise, we call her.
She's done this before.
No, she's never been on our show before.
She's done this
I
before.
snuck out once.
Once before. And working her magic, you didn't see what was under that cover. Oh, baby. Pure succulence.
Little ice cream cake.
Pure succulence from the missus as usual.
But here's my thing as an organization. When you win a championship and you have a chance to bring the same team back, who was
more important? Be honest.
I mean, I think it was similar.
Okay.
You look at some of the shots Shamet hit.
Shaman had one series where he looked like Larry Bird. That was it. Okay, he was okay against San Antonio.
40% from three.
But to me, it was never your threes. It was your defense. And that
He's
kid,
part of the defense.
that kid was one of the anchors of your defense. He's only 27, by the way. I didn't even know he was that young. I thought he was older than that. When I heard that, I was really
You know
happy.
who he played for
Before?
in college?
Who?
Daddy Cash.
Oh, that's right.
He's a Kentucky guy.
Cash. Yeah, he can recruit him. He just can't coach
If you
him.
go back and look at his tape, it's crazy. Like, he was jumping out of the gym, catching lobs the whole time.
Yeah.
No, so I think they should have spent the money and signed him. And I think, this is what pisses me off. Jalen Brunson saves you $114 million and you won't sign Mitchell Robinson to 40. Like, that's bullshit.
My thing is this.
That's complete bullshit.
Again, I know I'm shitting.
Why is he doing
I'm
that?
shitting on Landry Shamet, but he's right. He's a good player and he played well and he was big. He
should have signed both of them.
I'm just saying that it's easier to find a shooter or a 3-and-D guy than it is a big man that can defend like this and rebound like this.
Yeah. Well,
that to me is the double whammy.
They found the rebounds. They didn't.
Drummond does not defend for shit.
Move. Yeah,
he doesn't defend for shit.
He can defend a big man, but he can't move.
This is going to hurt you in every screen and roll. The Celtics, if they were smart, would have. Every time they took advantage of it, they fucking scored. They just didn't do it enough. The Knicks fucking shit on him with it. He couldn't do nothing about it. He was in the game.
The only other thing, and I heard Ian Bagley talking about this. He's one of the Knicks reporters for SNY. He was saying they could move Deuce McBride for somebody potentially.
Did they have a position in mind?
For a big.
Okay.
For a big. And I really like Deuce McBride, but you have Shamet. You have Alvarado.
Yeah, you got both of them.
You've got them.
Yeah.
And I think Deuce is going to be up for an extension.
Right now, the Knicks don't have a rim protector big. They don't. And that's a problem.
And if you can move Deuce McBride for somebody like that,
you need to. You need to, because trust me, him coming off the bench to spell Cat, it didn't kill you on offense because you still had Brunson and Anunoby came on, and some other guys, but defensively, he made you better.
Oh, yeah.
He just did.
Yeah.
When they went to the bench, they got better defensively. And I couldn't believe that he wasn't the first guy they signed.
But his 30% free throw shooter, which is annoying.
It didn't stop
He broke his hand off the court, and we never found out why.
You never found out why that happened?
No. So, and probably...
That means it was stupid.
Probably because they were protecting him.
Yeah.
You know? And
he did something stupid.
And that's the thing. Like, I think, you know, from the Knicks standpoint, maybe there was some things behind it that they haven't talked about that said, you know what, we don't want to invest in him, but they drafted him. He's been here 8 years. Like,
he's a staple on the team.
Yeah, I mean,
and it wasn't like you would have had to break the bank to sign him.
No,
I mean,
no, and it would have taken us into the second apron, which that's you pay some tax. I mean, it's just like when you have a championship team.
There's a way to do that.
Stay in go to the second apron.
When you make the deal, you can decide how you want to allocate the money. Once it's signed, you can't move it around. But before you sign it, you can decide at what year he gets what and what.
They would have been in the second apron if they signed.
Yeah, maybe for 1 year. And they spec it out over the next 2 or 3. There's ways. Other teams have done this. Okay, I know it already. So, because I know the Celtics have done it.
Well, the Celtics went to the second apron, and then they had to destroy their whole team.
Well, that's because they paid one guy too much money. That was the problem. That one guy who is now Philadelphia's problem. And by the way, I can't wait. Who's the man in Philly right now? Is it Maxey or is it Brown? That's now this whole fucking conversation is going to start in Philly. And I got news to you. Tyrese Maxey don't have Jason Tatum's demeanor. He don't. He doesn't. I'm sorry. And that's not Brad Stevens up there either. They controlled him for 9 years. They're not going to. Good luck, Philly. You guys think you got a gem? You think you're going to? Here's the other problem. Jaylen Brown is never going to put up those numbers again.
Why not?
Because Jason Tatum was not there. It's the only reason it happened. He never did that when Tatum was on the floor. Tatum did that with Brown on the floor. Tatum averaged 30 a game and it with Brown next to him. Brown never did win that unless Tatum was off the floor. Now you got Embiid if he's ever there. You got Maxey and now this kid Eshkin who's a fucking very promising second-year player. He was a borderline all-star as a rookie.
They're just going to have to run.
They're going to have to run.
They're just going to have to run
with no bench time.
Right, just
with
run.
No bench.
Well, what else have they done?
Run yourselves right into the ground because that's what you're doing. But they are locked in with this guy.
When you think about those styles, all they can do is run.
They have no depth because that now Embiid and now Brown instead of George are making the same money. You can't build your depth out. This is why the Celtics dumped Brown. That's why they took George because he got 1 year. The player option. He's going to get traded.
Hold on a second. So they got Anthony Simmons, that guy you like.
I like his offense.
Dean Wade, he's like 6'9", 3-point shooter from Cleveland. He's decent. And they signed Ariel Huckporty, our third-string center.
What's up? Who's he?
He's our third-string center.
Oh, you did?
No.
Sixers. You're so.
No,
so they got a guy who comes to bench and score. So
they're a little deeper than they were last year. They're like 70.
I can tell you without hesitation that's not nearly enough. They're not as deep as Boston. They're not as deep as New York.
No, not even close.
Either one of them. They're not as deep as either one of them.
No.
I don't know if they're as deep as Indiana might be deeper.
No, Indiana's kind of like. I mean, they got rid of Miles Turner. They got rid of who was that? Benedict something.
He's gone. Yeah, he's pretty
that
good.
Guy's gone. I liked him.
I liked him a lot.
But they got the white center that I thought you guys should have gotten.
They got and they've also got a bunch of good wings with Naismith who we drafted. The white center.
They picked him up from somewhere. I thought if you guys had gotten him, that would have been better for you. He's tougher, bigger. Can't remember his name. It's like an Eastern.
Well, the Lakers got the kid from Utah, Kessler. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know about the Lakers right now.
They can't stop a chair.
Yeah.
I love this. They're going to score 130 and give up 135 every night.
Yeah, let's run through some of these other centers.
We should, because it's a freestyle, and I miss him. I need his dead play. Now, I got to ask you, while you're digging through those.
Yeah.
Now that I've unloaded all the stuff that most people did not know or bother to look up, okay, do you think that, and again, I know it's not sexy right now because we don't know who that next guy is going to be, but the Celtics have all this wiggle room to go get an all-star caliber player now by their choosing. Not having to trade anybody. They could throw somebody in the deal.
I thought it was all via trade.
They can, if they say they go after Trey Murphy, the third down there, because he's 22 points a game. That takes care of Jaylen Brown's offense, and he's 3 years younger than him, and he's 2 inches taller. Okay? He's making 1/3 the money Jaylen Brown is making.
Yeah.
Okay? They'd probably throw Derek White in the deal and 4 first-rounders. And they'd get him.
Where is he again?
New Orleans. That's a very viable one. And I don't have a problem with Derek White going, but he's going to be 32. The idea is to extend Jason Tatum's window.
Yeah.
Everybody around him is under the age of 30 except for Paul George, and he's only here because of an expiring contract, and they're going to move him anyway. Oh, we'll give you this 20-point score for them.
Can Tatum take the reins and lead the way he needs to?
Well, let's see. Game 7, Eastern Conference semis. Some guy, MVP guy named Embiid, with 51 on his ass. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Then there was that game in Brooklyn. Some guy called Durantula, or the Slim Reaper on it. Something's crazy about it. He had 27 points a game, whatever it was. Jaden dropped 48 on his head, 46, whatever it was. So he's a player. And I'm saving the best for last. That would be Game 6 in Milwaukee against again reigning MVP, where everybody was coveting the guys.
So you think he can?
I'm going to go yeah. I think we're right. Tell you the reason why. Because what he's improved on the last 3 years, and we talked about one of the. He's improved on 2 levels: his defensive rebounding and his passing. Mm-hmm. He is playing the game, or starting to. And you saw it when he came back. He's starting to play a little like some guy. Where's number 33 for Boston once upon a time? Starting to play a little like him. And if that
you thought he was playing like that in the finals.
He did.
Yeah.
He played just like him in the finals, but he continued. He is a willing passer. And by the way, look at Jalen Pritchard's stats when he plays next to Tatum versus when he plays next to Brown. Holy Moses.
Pritchard's first name is Jalen?
Not Jalen, Peyton.
Oh, Peyton.
Peyton Pritchard.
Dude, for a second I was like, holy shit.
Peyton Pritchard, when he played, and they have, this goes beyond last year, but his averages career when he's in the line with Tatum and there's no Brown versus the other way around, it's almost 10 points a game higher. He's 25 a game when he plays next to Tatum, and Jalen Brown's not on the floor. He's 17 a game when he plays with Brown on the floor and no Tatum. If that isn't tell you the difference between these two players, nothing will. Okay? That's almost 10 points a game. Okay? That's another difference.
For me, it's like, and I think this is what a lot of people is going to be, it's like, I got to see it. Like,
I get that you have to see it.
Because it's like, damn, just
if you say to me, you have to see it, okay.
Like losing that much production, it's like.
But again,
no, I understand everything you said. Because you had him, it stopped you from going and getting other pieces. Right.
And he didn't want to play the role that he played that helped him win the championship anymore.
No.
He wanted to be the guy. I don't care what he says. Okay? He wanted to be the guy. And Brad Stevens, you think in these conversations, Jalen didn't have an argument about why am I not the guy? Why is it him and not me? And I'm sure Brad went, well, let's see, he's a better shooter than you. He's a better passer than you. He's a better rebounder than you right off the bat. Okay, he's a better free throw shooter than you are. Okay, defensively, I might give you a slight edge, but he can guard 4 positions just like you can. He's a great defender.
You guys also made another big signing.
Big signing.
Delano Banton.
Why do I know that name?
Well, because he scored 2 points a game last year.
That's not why I know that name. Where did he come from?
I don't know. I'm looking up all the signed people.
Delano Banton? This must have just happened.
Signed him for 5 years.
Where's Show?
He was on the Celtics.
Let me see. Click on him. He's 26 years old. He was a second-round pick 5 years ago. He's 6'8"?
6'8", 203.
Another wing defender.
Yeah, great stats.
They don't need him for that. See, what they're doing right now is they're piece by piecing Jaylen Brown's production.
These are guys that are never going to play.
No, we said that about Jordan Walsh, and then he played. You said it about John Shireman, and then he played. Did he play? Well, he played.
Even you liked him.
No, but you did like him. You liked this guy.
Dude, I still think it's crazy that they didn't sign Giannis because of him and Hugo.
Giannis wanted the extension. 4 years, $280 million. They were not giving up their bench because once you get that guy, you can't go get those guys anymore. Yeah. That's why he didn't do it. And if you think about it, he's right.
If that's why he said it.
Well, why would you think he wouldn't do it? What other reason other than the one I just gave you?
Well,
This is Brad Stevens. He's not a basketball idiot.
well, that's what I'm saying.
He knows what I know.
If he was just unwilling to give those guys up,
He knew if he took him on, he had to have those two still on the roster because they're first of all, they're on rookie deals. He's got 5 years to play with them and figure out what to do. That's why he didn't want to give them up. If he loses those two, he's got to replace those two, and he'd have no money to do it. That's the point. So
Al Horford signed again.
with
The Warriors.
the Warriors, got the old H home over there. The Broncos there to complete the circle. I'm telling you.
Who else we got here? Oh, Kristaps signed.
Back to
Yeah.
2 years, 40 mil. Whew. Yeah. Jimmy Butler's coming back.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys didn't sign him for 5 years.
He's
That's
been in the
his,
league 5
that's,
years.
that's how long he's been in the league. You guys.
We brought him back.
Sticking with Ron Harper
Yeah.
Jr. Yeah, he was amazing in that Phillies.
Yeah, he was great. Show artist. Yeah.
Jared Jackson's back with the. Is that the Grizzlies? Yeah. Zach LaVine's still in the Kings. They're not good. Zach LaVine. CJ McCollum going back to Atlanta.
Zach LaVine disappeared. He had a minute where people talked
Yeah,
about
it was quick though.
It was quick. It was a minute. It was a brief minute. He was like a one-hit wonder. Now he's just a journeyman.
Yes, we have. I don't know what's going on. The Wizards are doing some things, but I don't know. They signed D'Angelo Russell. They're
going to sign Davis. And
Are they?
They are.
Dude, they signed Trae Young to like a $200 million deal.
He was an all-star.
I mean, but come on.
He's not old. They drafted, who'd they draft? 6'9" kid from BYU. Kid's a stud. What else? I got news for you. Don't be surprised if they ain't a doormat this year.
Who?
The Wizards, if those guys all play, they're not going to suck. They're not going to lose 65 games again. I'll tell you that right now. They won't.
Well, probably 40, maybe.
They might be 40. But they're going to be a thorn in somebody's side.
Yeah, but Anthony Davis is playing.
So he plays 60. He
That's
plays 60. That's three-fourths of the year.
When's the last time he played 60?
Probably 2 years ago.
Yeah?
Probably.
Anthony Davis stats. Let's look it up. '24-25 season, he played 9 games.
That's.
The year before that, oh no, that's because he was that because he was partially with the
I
Lakers?
think he was.
Oh yeah. Sorry, he played 51 games.
51.
Before that, he played 76. Before
Yeah,
that,
I
he
think
played.
he
Before that, he played 56.
60.
Before that, he played 40. Before that, he played 36. Yeah. See,
60.
60 at this
60.
age. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
How old is he?
Let's count the years. 1, 2.
Mary came out after his freshman year.
Been in the league 13 years. It's like
So
32.
he's 32. He's not there yet. Not 36, 37. 60 games I think is doable.
Maybe right.
I don't think it's a stretch. If you said Porzingis,
It's not great, yeah.
you said Porzingis, all right, this is probably a stretch, yeah. But
That's a
stretch. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We're going to talk baseball.
I don't even know if I can.
You can bring it in your heart to do it.
Embarrassing.
We have a wedding to talk about too, I guess. Somebody clogging up the
At the
streets of New
Garden.
York.
At the
Talk
Garden.
about out of touch with reality. Segment 2 coming right up.